So for the first week in Advent, we went searching for what is hope.
So what if for the second week of Advent, we ask, what is peace?
What is peace?
Let's go find out.
Okay. So last week we talked about what is hope. This week we're talking about what is peace. So what is peace for you, Jen, in the chaos of the world?
You know, peace is finding a place where I feel safe. Finding a place where I can find happiness in times of gray. Surrounding myself with people who love, care, and support me. You know, when something bad is going on, peace is that part of me that wants to shine through and wants to get through the bad days for better days. Peace is the smile on my son's face in the morning when he wakes up and wants to come give me a hug. Peace is being around my church family and being around my family at home and just finding those ways to bring light into your days of darkness.
That's a wonderful way to think about peace, because peace is in the relationships that we experience with others.
Yes.
Where do you find peace in the world today?
Great Lakes Brewery Christmas Ale. Probably can't use that one. It's funny. If you let my wife see this, which I'm sure she will, she'll laugh when I tell you that I'm not a person that's known to have a lot of patience.
Okay.
And sometimes for me, I find peace by slowing down and realizing that it doesn't have to be done immediately, and it doesn't have to be done perfectly, and that I can sit back and take a deep breath and just try to slow it down a little bit. It depends upon the depth of the problem too, though. If you're facing a personal issue, I know that I've had a couple of surgeries. I mean, nothing much in my life, but I can get really nerved up when it comes to personal health and when things aren't going right. And I remember laying on a gurney in a hospital, being wheeled into the operating room, and so nervous I could barely breathe. And I just said, God, I've got to put this in your hands. And when I said that, I had this overall feeling of peace that I don't know that I've ever experienced before. So to me, at one extreme, I think my own personal prayers, I know they've been answered. That will help me in what I classify as extreme conditions or things that I don't feel I can handle myself.
You know how you describe finding peace in those extreme conditions and just sharing it all with God. It's a reminder of this season of Advent to slow down and to lift those prayers up to God.
Yeah, very
All right,
much
Rich,
so.
what is peace for you?
Peace for me on a daily basis would be a beer in one hand and a bratwurst in the other.
True.
But peace is also knowing God's love and understanding that God has grace for us and that we have to ask for his grace on a daily basis and forgiveness of our sins. So peace comes to me when I feel God has forgiven not only me, but all of us for our sins. That is peace for me.
Yeah, that's definitely peaceful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Diane, thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome.
She's like, my question for you is, what is peace?
Well, peace for me is having peace and quiet and saying a prayer at night and finally going to sleep and knowing that God is always there for me.
Ah, that is definitely peaceful. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Well, peace is definitely a lot of different things for a lot of people.
Peace is definitely a lot of different things for a lot of different people. Ironically, though, peace seems to be always finding that calm in the eye of a storm.
Like no matter what happens, there's this peace that comes over you.
Exactly.
I guess that's great for this week, especially with Mary and learning what she has to go through. And yet her answer is, let it be with me according to your will, God.
Here I am, Lord. Send me. Well, join us Sunday as we learn more about the peace that passes all understanding and sets our hearts and minds at a sense of calm in all we face.
See you Sunday.